Kirst trying to feed on the crease and couldn't connect with Goldstein.
He had Goldstein on the sneak and just unable to convert the pass.
And not getting a shot on Croddick, allowing him to settle into the Shokoff Field turf even more. Last year, Michael John Ficcaro in the cage for Princeton. John Ficcaro now doing his grad year with the UNC Tar Heels.
With former Cornell grad Spencer Wertheim as well. I guess he's not a former grad. He is a grad.
He is a grad, yes, indeed.
Former player.
Princeton gets the clean clear, and that's going to be important for Princeton after failing 7 clears last week against Rutgers. Tucker Wade, bouncer past Nust. 4 goals for Tucker Wade last year against Cornell. He starts his account well today.
Yeah, and just, has all the goal to shoot at here after a little sort of stutter step. Just comes with his right hand and just lets it go. Bouncer gets past Wyatt Nust.
And a good start for Princeton. Wade taking it.
Yeah, I mean, you see that across the board on this team at Princeton. Their class was the top-ranked recruiting class. Their current sophomores, and a lot of them got experience last year.
Cascadon wins the next face-off, so Cornell goes back on the attack. And taking the ball is going to be especially crucial for Cornell going up against a Princeton team that ranks 3rd in the nation in the least amount of turnovers per game.
And you can see there, Cornell's able to get the clear, but it's to a place on the field where Princeton's trying to get that matchup of a pole guarding a pole. Good job and good patience there to get the clear as Brendan Staub just gets it over.
Ryan Sheehan was left all alone in the middle. How much did Ryan Sheehan need that goal? His first of the season.
Yeah, and he's playing now with a second group, and you see this little look inside. A good assist by Ryan Waldman to find him on just a little curl coming to.
Face-off was such a huge advantage with McMeekin at the dot. But this year, he's really, really struggled, just above 30% this year. Willem Firth momentarily had the short stick on him. Same with Andrew Dalton. The pole Cooper Kistler right now is on Kelleher. Kelleher gets a step on him.
Thought about it. Coming down that alley, that's where he loves to dodge.
Goldstein against Jack Stahl.
He had his coming out party last year in this game against Princeton.
His first ever game in a Cornell Big Red uniform, 3 goals and 2 assists last year. CJ Kirst feeding Goldstein. The skip pass to the back post.
And that's the second time you can see the respect that Kirst garners from the Princeton defense, because he's 2 times when he's had the ball that he's been able to find a sneaking Ryan Goldstein. That first time it was on the same side of the field.
Must have just bounced in front of Nust. Kibiri feeds past X. Here's Mackesy against Jason Singer. Carson Kramer. $20 on the shot clock. Guano can't find a way past Bozzi. Wade. Another goal for Tucker Wade.
As the shot clock expires. And he just was a Cornell killer last year, and there he, after some ball movement, it didn't seem like they were going to be able to get a shot off. And this time, the first one he came to the middle. This time he comes more down the side with that left hand. Beats Wyatt Nuss down low. His father was a All-American, played at North Carolina, played for Team USA. I believe he wore the same number 19, if I'm remembering correctly. Several Wades played at North Carolina.
Wade, no stranger to some good lacrosse accolades himself. Here's Jack Cascadon, wing a face-off cleanly, feeding Kirst.
And that is the element that Jack Cascadon has brought to this team that really Cornell lacked last year. They did well in the face-off game throughout the year, but here you go, right down the center, and they have to respect the fact that he's willing to shoot the ball, and he finds Kirst down low.
It's going to be an explosive matchup all day long. C.J. Kirst, 2 goals away from being Cornell's all-time leading goal scorer, and the Big Red lead 3-2.
And now Kelleher's drawn the long pole.
Dalton fed Kirst inside.
A little different matchup here.
Kirst has the long pole Friedman on him. Goldstein doesn't go back to Firth. Kelleher in the alley once again. Underhand goes low to high and misses the cage.
Now they're switching their matchups back. Molshine was actually on Dalton there for a little bit.
28 seconds to shoot. Here's Michael Long initiating. Going up against Michael Bath. Long got around, and Michael Long, a solo effort.
He just ran past Michael Bath. It didn't seem like it was the pick. We'll see it on the replay here. Did the pick really cause that? Yeah, it did, because of the way the defender, the short stick hopped out and then unable.
On this pristine Chillicothe field turf. Long, another screen for Michael Long. Feeds all the way up top for Ryan Waldman, and Croddick had it all the way. Kirst doing what he does best, a hard ride. And forces a turnover on the hard ride. 30 seconds left in the quarter. C.J. Kirst will keep the second midfield line on.
And now they'll hold for this. I'm sure of it.
Kirst telling Goldstein to settle down.
We get Firth with a short stick as he's coming out of the substitution box.
Here is Willem Firth. Willem Firth trying to do it all himself. Willem Firth did get it past Croddick. Something about that 51 jersey for Cornell produces special moments and special players.
Well, and it was because of that turnover. Firth came on. Cornell very quickly got the long pole on the field. So when he ran,
and Nuss had it at the tip of his stick, and it floated over the bar. Wyatt Nuss got just enough on that Coulter Mackesy shot. Both goalkeepers had 4 saves apiece.
Feels like this is the type of tempo Cornell would like. You know, it's kind of, I'll call it high-paced 6-on-6.
Yes.
You know, it's not run up and down, run up and down. I mean, yeah, they take it if they get it, but it's sort of keeping the ball moving.
Goldstein lost stall for a second. Kirst against Molshine. C.J. Kirst has tied Mike French for the all-time lead in Cornell's goal scored.
Just a little sort of stop and go. Watch how he goes, the little hitch, and that's what gets him down the alley with that right hand.
100.
Mackesy sort of was a little bit, sort of seemed like a change-up, just tried to use his body to disguise it.
Both keepers have come to play 5 saves for Croddick and Nust each.
And we're seeing a little bit, I saw this in a previous possession for this first midfield group. Looks like they are going to try and get the pole some to Kelleher. And even to Dalton. They've both seen it in the last couple, and it looks like Princeton's just comfortable just moving the matchups around.
This is a Princeton defense that's comfortable leaving defenders on an island if they need to. And C.J. Kirst is the new all-time leading goal scorer in Cornell history.
This is now a 5-goal run for the Big Red. Just again, you see Firth makes the defender rotate. The short stick coming from up top, just not able to get there in time.
Some sort of clock reset.
Yeah, and it reset to 60.
It should reset to 60.
Correct.
Yeah. The officials getting their timers right, and we'll start the 1-minute penalty for Princeton. Their man-up specialist is number 36, Brandon Saris.
Running the wheel.
Game of catch between Kabiri and Mackesy. Nice feed to Palumbo, and he snuck it past Nuss. Are they going to say he was on the crease? Oh, another flag comes out. But the goal is going to stand.
Just able to get underneath the defender there. Again, when you're a man playing man down, you got to break down, and there you end up just Dooley was just a little over aggressive, didn't break down. You know, and we've seen Cornell, the goals they've given up when man down have been down low, similar spot, and that's a hold.
But a face-off win nonetheless.
I thought.
Yeah, but a face-off win for McMeekin still. Such an important bounce-back game for Andrew McMeekin, who on this field last year was named the Ivy League Tournament Most Outstanding Player for his efforts in the Ivy League Tournament. And after struggling this year, this is an important game for Andrew McMeekin to start to find his groove in Ivy League play. Singer runs into a hard screen. The switch on to Mackesy works.
It seemed to me like Singer was more interested in hitting the picker than he was in trying to get through it. Didn't it have that feel to you?
I would agree.
You know, I think you want to try and get to that matchup. He just runs him right over.
I don't think he saw him, actually, which is probably what allowed Mackesy to get him free.
Yeah, well, and Mackesy comes back with two.
He's one of the best goalkeepers in the Ivy League right now. And a huge hit on the ride. Long will pick the ground ball up, and they're going to call the push, though.
The backside official made that call from 40 yards away.
Oh, that looks like a clean hit.
Well, to me, it was close, all right? So I'm not going to say that it was a bad call, but the fact that the guy who was 8 yards away from it, looking right at it, didn't call it, and the guy 40 yards away from the backside, that's tough.
So Princeton, can they take advantage with their first midfield on? Kabiri feeding Burns on the far post.
And now we said, you know, right after Cornell got that lead, Princeton's going to come back, and now they've put 3 in a row together. Kabiri comes from behind, just a nice little slip there, and Burns does a nice job of just getting it right out of his stick because
one of those highly touted freshmen that came to Princeton last year, Colin Burns, now with an 8th goal on the season. As the wind starts to pick up here at Chokoff Field, another face-off win for Cornell. They've taken the advantage in face-offs. What a bounce-back game from Andrew McMeekin and Kobe Ginder. Kramer. Freed up Mackesy. The game of runs continues between Cornell and Princeton.
And there's an opportunity that Princeton gets through their change game. They were able to get Kramer free coming out of the midfield, and then Cornell had to rotate and just slow getting out to Mackesy.
And Cornell will respond by bringing on its second midfield line. Ryan Waldman. Luzzy rides the checks. Goldstein dancing and can't find the back post.
Would have liked to seen him be able to get that second hand on this cross, but just unable to do it because of the pressure.
Luzzy gets doubled because here comes Waldman. Ryan Waldman, and he got it.
Good patience there by Luzzy. He was in a position where he looked like he was going to try and shoot, but he just saw that he couldn't really get his hands free. See, look at how he gets kind of hung up and just comes back to Waldman, curls back, goes upper corner, up to the NCAA tournament.
As we said, this will be Cornell to start with the ball without a face-off because of a man up that will last for the next 59 seconds. A slash was called on Cooper Kistler to end the quarter in the second quarter. So Cornell is on the man advantage for the next minute or so.
There, it looks like they're locking Kirst, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 opportunity. Cornell looks like they're happy to just let him be locked off there.
Bath into the passing lane of Long. Got to keep an eye on Willem Firth, though. He has 4 man-up goals and thought about it, but decided not to fire. Goldstein does find Willem Firth. 5 man-up goals for Willem Firth this season.
Boy, he has just been able in that extra man to get himself into good spaces. And there you could see he's able to convert, get himself off of the wing a little bit. Good opportunity there. Just looks straight across and through. The defender who was locking C.J. Kirst.
Now on 11 attempts, and 5 of those goals have been scored by Willem Firth. And now we'll finally get the first face-off of the second half. It's won by Andrew McMeekin, and now it's a 10-8 advantage for the Princeton Tigers in the face-off dot. And McMeekin's now 8 of 14 at the dot. You expected a better performance out of McMeekin after going 0 for 8 against Rutgers last week. The Tigers have certainly gotten that from him.
Just seems to do well when he gets to Sholkoff Field.
The 2024 Ivy League Tournament most outstanding player last year, Andrew McMeekin. I mean, his face-offs against Yale and Penn, a big reason why Princeton won the Ivy League Tournament. Nice swing move and a score.
That's Palumbo, I believe.
It is indeed Chad
just
Palumbo.
Gets underneath the defender. And then the slide just a little bit late getting over there.
Second goal for Chad Palumbo today, his first at even strength. And he puts on a nice move against Walker Wallace.
And a really well-placed shot over.
And C.J. Kirst has a short stick. How much does he want to take advantage of that? Spins away. Skip pass. Onto the crease. And Goldstein just missed the target.
Really good ball movement there by Cornell. And they did it quickly, right? They still have 35 to shoot here.
First to initiate. Kirst will go against Stahl.
Being a 1-4-1 here.
26 on the timer. Nice slide from Michael Bath to try and get into the passing lane. Firth just keeps the ball in bounds.
But they're going to have an opportunity here.
Odd man situation. Long passes it off. Kelleher, step down. Bouncer. Pass Croddick.
And Cornell actually, that's an opportunity that's created because of that sort of almost turnover. That was what created the opportunity for Long to get behind his defender. Moves the ball up top. And then the bouncer from Kelleher. That step down is what he does so lost probably 4 or 5 seconds at the very beginning out of that 20-second count.
Haven't seen much of this second midfield line from Princeton. But Tucker Wade has been active when he's gotten the ball. Nice split dodge to get past Bartolotto. But Ray Hill's right there. Burns will push it past Nust.
Buonanno just kept creating space there, and then he finds Burns inside. I was surprised that he didn't just go straight to the cage himself. Here, he takes it, comes back, looks inside, just a little curl. Second of the game there.
And back and forth we go. No one can find a run yet in the second half, as we'll take a quick break here at Chokoff Field. It's still a 2-goal lead for the Big Red over the Tigers on ESPN+. Shot off.
And that's what Princeton uses, that two-man action a lot in their offense. You see constantly guys running underneath Dodgers, picks coming.
And you see Cornell's trying to keep a man on the field and play 5-on-5. Bozzi was trying to keep Dunphy on the field once again, but Dunphy immediately noticed that and sprinted off for the change. Lozzie. Waldman. Can't find a shooting lane. Hard slide on to Luzzy, who has the pole. Kirst on the doorstep. C.J. Kirst.
And like I said, it just feels like they're in a good groove right now. The ball is moving crisply. It's moving well. They're creating opportunities, right? They're not converting every time, but they are creating opportunities throughout, and just a good opportunity where Goldstein threatens, Kirst comes through the middle and is able to
shine. It's a two-man from Dalton. Dalton gets her right back, but can't quite handle the pass.
Again, that's a really tough pass. When it's so flat like that, it's really tough to complete that pass. Maybe a break opportunity here. Ooh, that is a really nice job by Kabiri getting that errant pass. Oh no, excuse me, it wasn't Kabiri. It was
no, it was Kabiri who saved it.
Yeah.
But it was a really awkward stick angle to see his stick to try and recover that ball. So the first midfield line is out for the Tigers. But again, this doesn't have Tucker Wade on it, who has 2 goals and 6 against Cornell in his career.
Kabiri with the short.
And Kabiri will fire it over Nust. Nate Kabiri joins the goal-scoring party, his first of the day.
And I think that's one that, I don't know if he wasn't expecting the shot there, but as you see it, that look. Oh, I wonder if Dooley. I wonder if Dooley got in his vision a little bit there.
Big red goal scored by number.
Evan on the face-off advantage for Cornell.
And Cornell's going to come right back with the first unit.
Kirst and Kelleher can't quite get it on the same page
and actually,
on the hidden ball trick.
Now that I think about it, it was Kelleher just came out the backside. The other 2 middies were second line guys, I think.
Now, Firth and Dalton were on, yes. But now it's Willem Firth who has the short stick matchup once again, who will initiate it himself. Michael Kelly is the short stick battling against Firth. 3-goal run for Cornell, make it 4.
And a good look there. Cornell has created opportunities on the backside, and that was Dalton converting on the nice pass from Firth. He comes down the alley, and the defense shows and got caught ball watching a little bit there. That was Mueller for.
It's that show call.
Well, I tell you, I think you're the one who jinxed this because you said how few turnovers Cornell's had. Those all count as turnovers now. So that turnover total, I think, is going to be a little deceptive when we get to the end of this contest.
It's still 10-10 in favor of in terms of the turnovers.
But I think that's the third one that Cornell's thrown away like that?
Yes. Barnes was on the doorstep, and sticks were in the lane. Dooley and Singer were right there to meet him on the crease.
This will be Princeton's ball, goes off of Gilmartin. Got to give Cornell a lot of credit. That was a bitter loss last week against Penn State, and they clearly put in the work this week, to make sure that they defended their home.
I mean, it's still Sean Cameron this time who will pick up a goal. So it's only a 5-goal lead now for Cornell as Sean Cameron gets on the score sheet for his 5th goal.
That stops the run at 4 for Cornell.
But up until that point, especially in the 4th quarter,